Well, the Clipper game notes for tonight's game at the Warriors list Chris Paul as still out with a ligament tear in that left thumb. However, was medically cleared and ahead of schedule as well, and just in time to face a team that has tormented the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors. So hurry back, Chris. His status still remains a little bit up in the air. We'll continue to update that through the night. And it's part of the TNT doubleheader. Knicks and Cavs, followed by the Clippers and the Dubs. And I'm sorry, Mr. Ballmer, but the Warriors have owned the Clippers, winning the last 9 against L.A., including 3 hammer jobs this season. And Stu, I wonder, when you get pounded by a team, the way the Clippers got pounded by the Warriors, and you might have to face them down the line, man, that's got to be some mental damage that's going on, right, against these guys? What do you do?
Well, they're in a tough situation because not only have they gotten pounded, but when you're part of a team, you know when you're not at full strength, given your opponent. And there's a sense of a lack of hope in terms of actually going out and competing and winning against this basketball team, which is the best in the NBA. So I don't know what you do. You just got to get healthy as a basketball team in hopes that, if it comes playoff time, that you make another run at them, because tonight I don't expect anything good to happen.
Well, take a look at the Western Conference standings. And honestly, the Clippers, having gone through Blake injury and now CP3 injury, they're still at 4.
They're still at 4, and it's tight between 4 and 7. And OKC helped themselves immensely today with that trade, but they get Chris Paul back soon, if not tonight, very soon. And that's the key to the whole thing. Nothing else with the Clippers matters. If they don't have Chris Paul, it doesn't. Nothing else.
Nothing matters.
Now that they got CP3 back, we'll see how good they are. I don't think so.
No.
And here's why: because not only is Golden State giving them problems, but Memphis is. I mean, they've had life and death with Memphis.
They've had
in the
wars
playoffs.
with Memphis.
And Memphis is sitting there lurking again. So if I'm the Clippers, I'm going, my God, what do I have to do to avoid playing Memphis in the first round and getting beat up for 7 games? So it's going to be. It's a tough road for them, I think. In the playoffs in the Western Conference, it's not a lot of light there right now.
Yeah, it's been going in sort of labeled a make or break year for the Clippers too, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
If it doesn't happen for them this year, I mean, it's time to blow it up and move on. But listen now, if somehow the Clippers lose home court advantage in the first round against like the likes of the Utah Jazz,
sure.
Look out. You may not have the opportunity to face the Warriors again.
Right.
How good, as you've seen them now, and they're very good, is Golden State in terms of any vulnerability, Stu, that they might have down the line? Have they given you any signs that there might be some kryptonite for this team? How would you approach trying to beat them? And who's in that realm, besides Cleveland? Is it San Antonio?
No. I mean, my view is with Golden State, they don't have a kryptonite. I was be the first to admit it. Early in the year, I was concerned about them defensively as they were sort of working Durant in. I was concerned about them offensively, particularly at the end of the games, and I was concerned about the fact that they, Ezeli's not there, Bogut's not there, and space isn't there. Were they big enough? They figured that out. They're, just like every other year, they're in the top 10 offensively, top 10 defensively, and they have the best record in the NBA. But I go back to the Golden State Warriors and their series with the Memphis Grizzlies 2 out of the last 3 years. The Grizzlies have that style of play that are able to slow them down, reduce the possessions in the game, lengthen the possessions shot clock, and really get them at a different pace. I think that's the only opportunity to beat them, to get them in close games.
Can we do a tip of the hat to JaVale McGee for filling in?
He's played great.
Right?
Yeah, he's been terrific.
Yeah.
He's been terrific.
And only one Shaqtin a full moment.
But when you consider what they asked him to do, what he does, I mean, you lob to him, he finishes.
The team fits his strengths, right? I mean, they can funnel everything in because they switch everything. And so he's only got to guard a certain spot on the court, and then offensively, you just get it where you get in where you fit in. If it's a lob, run the floor, get a layup, put back. So he's accepted that. I do think San Antonio's got a shot. It's not much of a shot, but I think they have a shot. I'm saying there's a chance. I'll tell you why, because San Antonio has athletic size. They are one of the few teams that can run Dedmon, Simmons. Gasol's not as athletic as he used to be, but he's still a 7-foot guy. LaMarcus Aldridge. So they've got 4 legit guys that they can throw at Golden State and try to get those points inside that Cleveland got during the finals when LeBron went to the 4 and they're just throwing lobs to Tristan Thompson, he was dunking on everybody. Now, you will say now JaVale's there and Pachulia's there. It's not quite, it's different. I still think that's the vulnerability. It's not much of one, but I think that's how you go at it. With the thing with Golden State and with San Antonio is, can Tony Parker make Steph Curry work?
Yeah.
Can he do enough offensively to make Steph Curry work on defense? That's the shot. Again, it has to be everything has to line up perfectly. But I think San Antonio, with their pedigree, with their coaching, with their belief, with Kawhi, and with those bigs, they're the one team that has a stew that you can kind of put together, and you can see potentially giving Golden State a series, at least a series for 7 games.
If they slow the pace down.
If they slow it down.
They're going to play that on the big screen at AT&T, David, right before the game with you. That little speech you just gave was perfect.
I think they have a shot.
For Spurs fans.